What's up, Rad fam? Today we are back again with another interactive horror story because they're just a lot of fun. So let's get right into the creepy stories. Today we're going to be interacting with After Funeral. What could that possibly mean? I don't know. We're about to find out, so let's get to it. Get my narrating voice on. After Funeral is a modern gothic horror story that takes place 3 days after your son's burial. Wow. Okay. Dark. You receive messages in your computer. Those claim to be sent by your son's soul. He says that he wants to be with you once again, and he asks you to do a few things in order to be resurrected. Will you believe in the messages? No, that sounds like a scam. It sounds like some sickos that just want to torment you or take advantage of your fragile state by probably extorting you for like money. So I'm right off the bat, I'm like, no, I don't believe you. But let's play and let's find out. You used to be a father. It has been 3 days since your son Jonathan White was buried in the graveyard of the local church. He was 8 years old. He had golden hair and blue eyes, just like the beloved man in the Carpenter's song, Close to You. Since your wife passed away, giving birth to Jonathan, and since he has been your everything, he was your angel. Now he is gone. Wow. I don't even want to continue reading. This is just gonna be a sad time. He died on a snowy winter morning. You had gone to market, leaving him alone at home. When you arrived at home, you found Jonathan lying on the bed motionless. His face was covered with his pillow, choked. Police couldn't find any trace of trespassing. Murder? You clearly remember the solemn moments of Jonathan's funeral. In fact, you tried to forget, but the details are in front of your eyes and they won't go away. The priest had intoned psalms? Psalms? Okay. The priest had intoned psalms and prayers, those you are not so familiar with. You are not so religious. While the lifeless body of your son laid in the church, his feet were turned to the east. He was wearing a black suit and shiny shoes. His skin was pale. He was way too young for all of this. Damn, fucking just... Okay. You wished it was you lying there instead of him. I feel like that's a very reasonable thought that every parent that would have to go through this would feel and would think. Like the day Jonathan died, it's a snowy day in all of Ohio. There are 3 inches of snow outside. It's 14 o'clock now. I always have to think my brain, what's 14 mean? So that's let's see, that's noon. So 2. It's 2 o'clock now. You are a writer who has been on writer's block since that day. Your favorite word processor is open in the computer. Your favorite word I like how they couldn't put word. Like, what other word processor is there? The screen is blank. You haven't written anything for a long time. There are cigarette butts, an ashtray, and your black hot coffee in a blue cup on your work table. You chain smoke and consume a lot of coffee nowadays. As you're sipping your coffee, doorbell rings. Do you open the door or don't open the door? I would think if you were in like this major depressive episode, you probably would ignore the door, but I want to see what happens when we open the door. You open the door. It's Bob, your neighbor and friend. You had drunk beers and had barbecued with him for several times. Bob is a nice guy. Like Stranger Things, Bob is a superhero, and Bob was the best character to ever happen. Okay, I'm sorry, no spoilers. He is overweight, has short black hair, and has no facial hair. He wears a dark blue jacket and a black beanie. Hey, how are you? I wanted to ask how you've been. I'm gonna either say I'm still depressed or I'm fine, which I like how they put as a lie because, like, obviously. I'm gonna lie. Bob believes in your lie. Okay, Bob. Are you an idiot? Bob's an idiot. My son just died, Bob. Have some respect. It is good that you are doing better, fam. I know I say rad fam, but like reading fam or hearing someone else say fam, this like sounds weird. Everyone knows losing a kid is a hard process, but I am sure you will get over it. You are a strong man. I feel like you will get over it. It's probably not the best thing to say, Bob. I feel like there's no getting over losing a child. So, like, get over it is, like, kind of rude to say. But, you know, Bob's an idiot, so we'll forgive Bob. Bob continues. I'm going to the market right now. Do you need anything? You remember that you are out of cigarettes. So I either say no thank you or yeah, I need some cigarettes. I mean, Bob asked and Bob's an idiot, so I'm gonna inconvenience this idiot and say yeah, I need some cigarettes. You need cigarettes? Okay, Bob. Don't shame my choices right now. Okay, Bob. I got some stuff going on. Let me have my vices. He puts his hand in his pocket, then pulls out a pack of cigarettes. Oh, I misjudged Bob. I apologize. Maybe I'm a bad friend for doing this, but anyways, take this. I will buy myself another pack in the market. I mean, Bob, you offered. Why not buy me the new pack instead of just hand me a crusty old pack, okay? I don't want some stale-ass cigarettes. You take the pack that has 10 cigarettes inside and thank him. I mean, sure, I guess 10 cigarettes, but I wanted a pack. Okay, man. See you later. What was that voice? You say goodbye to Bob, too. Then he goes. You close the door and sit back on your work table. You look at the computer screen that should have been blank. But no, it is not blank. Something is written. Daddy, I missed you. What? So either shout Jonathan, type Jonathan, turn off the computer. I mean, I would probably shout because like if it was on your computer, like if it was like written in your Word document, I wouldn't type it, I would shout it. After you shout your deceased son's name out, new letters appear in form of reply. Yes, it is me. You are not a computer engineer, but you know that it is possible to hack someone's computer and put a prank on him if the computer is online. Your computer is connected to the internet with an Ethernet cable. I mean, yeah, my mind in the situation would right away just go to like, oh, okay, someone's fucking with me. So either pull the Ethernet cable out, ask how is this possible, Jonathan, or 3, turn off the computer. I'd probably pull the Ethernet cable out first before I proceeded to turning off the computer. I would not be gullible. So I'm gonna pull the Ethernet cable out. You crouch down and frantically pull the Ethernet cable from your computer. You expect that nothing else will be written. But no, you are wrong. I am the computer! What? That doesn't seem creepy to me. It's like, okay. 1, how is that possible, Jonathan? Or 2, turn off the computer. Well, this does complicate things because he's not communicating with you through the computer. He is the computer. So I'm just gonna, I guess I'm going to ask how is this possible and like go along with it. Even though realistically I'd probably turn off the computer because that would scare the fuck out of me. But let's ask. Good Lord said that I should be together with you. He said that I loved you and you loved me, so he sent me back. Oh, if only the world really worked like that, right? At this point I would like turn off the computer, but I just want to see where this goes. So I'm gonna say, oh, I am so afraid, Daddy. It is cold and dark. I'm so cold here. Please bring me back. Do you want to see me once again? Okay, seems a little manipulating. I can say yes, no, I don't think this is right, or turn off the computer. I'm gonna go 2. I don't think this is right. What? Are you sure, Daddy? Saying Daddy makes me so uncomfortable. Yes, I should not talk with a ghost. Who's gonna say that? If a ghost wants to talk to you, hell, motherfucking yes, I'm gonna talk to a ghost. That sounds cool as shit. Especially in this case, this is your dead son. Why would you not want to talk to your dead son if you actually thought it was your dead son? Say you are not Jonathan, which is what I'm leaning towards. No, I want to be with you, Jonathan, or turn on computer. I'm going to say you are not Jonathan, because that's what I think. What? You pile of shit? I hate you, you son of a bitch. Damn. Why would he say that? Like, I feel like this is like what scammers would do. Like, if you call out a scammer, like they get super defensive and like say like you're the piece of shit, like when realistically they're the piece of shit for like trying to scam you. So like I feel like this right away is like scammer. But I mean, I guess a demon could have an anger issue. Hate you, hate you, hate you, hate you, hate you. Oh, what? I don't even want to read that. That's on the screen. You guys can read that for yourselves. What the fuck? Like, what the actual fuck? I have no idea where the story could possibly be going right now. Oh, that scared me. Then the glass of your monitor gets broken by itself. There is a large crack on the screen that has gone black. You won't be able to use the computer anymore today, or probably tomorrow or the next day until you get it fixed. But after the scary and annoying text you received, you no longer experience anything supernatural today. You finish half the cigarettes you got from Bob. I mean, after that, I probably would have smoked all of them, but whatever. You don't want to write anything. You can't do it even if you wanted to. You need to buy a new monitor first. It's midnight and you decide to sleep. How the fuck could you sleep after that? So you take your sleeping pills. It takes 1 to 2 hours to fall asleep. How would you be able to sleep after that? You see your deceased pretty wife in your dream, except that she is not pretty anymore. Because she is a rotten corpse. Well, yeah. I mean, she's been dead for a long time, so I mean, she would have decomposed. A skeleton to be exact, lying within her coffin. You can't expect much to be left from her body after 8 years of death and decay. Okay, nice touch. What makes this dream worse is the fact that she is moving. She withers inside the coffin. You can feel her pain and despair from how her body parts are moving. Ew. Never expecting the audio little snippets. You wake up to the sound of the door rings bell. I think that's a little backwards. You take a look at the clock. It's 10 a.m. You wear your slippers and open the door. It's Bob. Hello. I need to show you something. He holds a newspaper in his hand. There's anxiety on his face. You take the newspaper. It's Ohio's local newspaper. I like how the whole state of Ohio has a local newspaper. Another kid choked to death. Officers are investigating the curious case of repeated deaths of kids in the state. Yesterday night, a 6-year-old boy, Kevin Matson, was found dead in his bed by his parents. His face was covered with his pillow. What makes this interesting for officers is this is the 7th time a boy has died this way this month in Ohio. Recently, 8-year-old Jonathan White also died with a pillow on his face. Sheriff Walcott states that he finds the recent events quite interesting. I feel like... Okay. Whoa. I got an issue here. It said that there was no signs of trespassing, right, when they found the dead son. But this just said that this is a part of, come on, a serial killer, right? So I get that there could be no trace of the serial killer. But at this point, I think it's pretty safe to fucking assume a connection between these deaths, right? So, I feel like the cops, at least I would hope so, would keep in touch with his father and tell him about, if any more leads on the previous murders and of this new murder. I feel like he should have been notified before the newspaper, but maybe I just live in an idealistic world. The end. There are 2 possible endings. Oh, what the hell? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I have no idea what to possibly make of that ending. Interesting. So let's go back and try to get the other ending, because I'm just really curious now what could possibly have happened. Let's just go through all the choices to try to see what is different. So let's not open the door, but let's just type Jonathan. You type Jonathan at the computer. Then new letters get appended at the text on the screen. Whoever types it, he or she or it writes fast. When they are finished, they form 2 sentences. I can hear you, Daddy. Talk to me. So shout Jonathan or turn off the computer. I'm just going to shout Jonathan. Let's try to keep this going as long as we can. After you shout your deceased son's name out, okay, yes, it's me. Your computer's connected to the internet. So I'm going to say, how is this possible, Jonathan? So I'm going to kind of go with the whole believing aspect of it, I guess. Okay, so he says, God sent me back to you. Say, oh, question mark. I am so afraid, Daddy, it's cold. Do you want to see me once again? I'm going to say yes. Find 5 candles and wait for midnight. Bye for now, Daddy. Or we're about to do a little something. We're about to summon a demon. You have got only 1 candle at home. You normally use the candle when the electricity is gone, so you didn't need more than 1 candle before. What will you do? So we can buy them from the market or ask Bob for candles. Ooh, what should we do? I guess ask Bob for candles. I like Bob. Bob seems like a good guy. Unless he's not. We'll find out. You wear your long beige coat and black leather boots. You walk to Bob's house and ring the bell. After 10 seconds, Bob opens the door. Hey, what's up? I need 4 candles or I receive strange messages, says that it's Jonathan. I'm gonna say I need 4 candles. So I'm just gonna go with the whole idea that I believe it. Sure, I have plenty of them. Why do you need them, may I ask? I receive strange messages, say that it's Jonathan. I'd rather not tell. I don't want to be suspicious or do I want to be honest? What do you think? I think I'm going to tell him the truth. You explain Bob everything that happened today, including the owner of the messages asking for 5 candles. Bob looks quite surprised. Not a little freaked out? Because like if my neighbor came and said like he needs candles because he needs to summon his dead son's spirit from his computer, I'd be like, well, you sure you're okay, bud? You sure you're okay? I think someone is pulling a prank on you. I don't really believe in ghosts or something like that, but if I were you, I would not do what he wants you to do. Are you still sure you want the candles? Yeah, I want them. Very well. Let me bring the candles. What a supportive neighbor. I mean, I would like maybe question their well-being, but I mean, still a supportive neighbor. He goes to the kitchen, then he returns with 4 candles in his hands. Here you go. For you to go summon your dead son's spirit. You thank him and take the candles, then return home. At home, you wait in front of the monitor. Nothing happens until midnight. Then a new message appears on the screen. I am back, Daddy. Did you bring the candles? Good. Let me explain how you can bring me back. This is just manipulating. This is fucked up. Go to the cemetery. Dig my grave. Bring my coffin home. I feel like there's security at like, right? Isn't there like security at cemeteries? I feel like you just can't dig up a body and like bring a casket back to your house and like no one see it. Okay. We shall speak again once you bring my coffin. Dun dun dun. You know it is insane what you do, but you get prepared to go outside. You wear your coat and get outside your home. It's snowing like hell, a cold interpretation of hell outside. The sky has a bright purple color. Purple? Illuminating the night with the help of a full moon behind the clouds. You get in your car and start it. The streets and roads are empty. There is only you outside in this hour of night. It doesn't take long to arrive at the church and the graveyard. Graveyard is covered with snow and gray mist. That's a very scary movie scene, and I would turn right back around. No lights come from the church. Either there is nobody inside or the priest is sleeping. That's good. You can't be seen while digging your son's grave. Yep, wouldn't want that nuisance, right? You wouldn't want people thinking you're crazy. You find the graves of your son and your wife. Jonathan White was buried next to his mother. There is an unoccupied area next to them. You will be buried there when your time comes. It's actually kind of sweet if you think about it. Unless he gets remarried or has other children, then it's like, You search for a shovel. You find it in about 10 minutes. You are ready to dig the grave. I would think you would bring your own shovel. So you dig the grave. I like that. That's cool. You start digging Jonathan's grave. After 6 feet of digging, you reach the little wooden coffin. You climb down, then carry the coffin up. After that, you climb up and carry the dirty coffin to your car's back seat. You had never done something this bizarre before. I hope you wouldn't. What the fuck? I just dig up bodies occasionally. Talk to demons. Just normal stuff. After you reach home, you get off your car and carry the coffin home. Luckily, there is nobody around. You drag the coffin to your living room center. You don't care about the floor getting dirty with soil. Thank you, Daddy, gets written on the screen. What's gonna happen, guys? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Okay. Now put the candles around my coffin, like a star. This is a demon. I'm gonna say, okay, this is like a lot more than the other option. You carefully place the candles around the coffin, making it the center of a star. You light them with your lighter. Now read these aloud, Daddy. A lonely goat on a mountain. He is thirsty, thirsty for humanly love and affection. I shall give him the water. And the coffin starts to shake. The coffin's lid gets opened slowly. You see Jonathan opening the lid and raising up. His skin is pale, almost white. You can smell the rot of his undead corpse. He is wearing that black suit you couldn't forget. He stands on his feet and smiles at you. Then he steps outside the coffin, away from you without saying anything. And he does something you wouldn't expect from dead. He dances. He dances with joy. Now I'm just thinking of like Pennywise from the new It movie, just that creepy ass dance. After half a minute, he stops dancing. He stares at you. His eyes are still blue. Take me in your arms, Daddy. Take me to the bathroom. I want to show you something. It is impossible not to obey what he says. You feel his presence dominating the room, overwhelming you, and it's impossible to say no. You crouch down and take him in your arms. You carry him to the bathroom. Okay, guys, do you think this is all real and there's like a demon that possessed this little boy? Or do you think the dad's like, you know, has had a break from reality and is now just carrying his son's dead corpse? You bring him to the dark bathroom. You turn on the light and get horrified by what you see in the mirror. The boy's reflection is different. His skin is burnt like coal. Jonathan had an innocent, handsome face, but the face you see is so far from being pleasant. It is like a really old man's face. Who is also very ugly. Just had to add that little snippet to it. And he has no hair. I mean, if he's burnt, I think your hair would be burnt off, but... I always wanted a daddy like you, says the eldritch abomination you hold in your arms. The end. Well, that was certainly worth going back to see that ending. What the fuck? But I mean, if the demon just wanted a dad. Oh, then again, I killed a bunch of kids. Okay, yeah, this is a bad demon. Bad demon, bad demon. No way to spin this that this is a good guy. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up so that I know you liked it, because that's what the like button is for, so that I know that you liked the video and you want to see more like this video. But make sure you hit the bell button so that you are actually notified. Bye!